I'm Srivasan. I founded and run Nayamode, a digital marketing agency based out of Redmond, Washington. We specialize in mobile campaigns and specifically those built around Microsoft Tag technologies. I always like to tell people that digital marketing has become a little bit of a buzzword these days, and people are often confused by elements of digital marketing which they think make up the whole. For example, hey, I've got a Facebook campaign, so I've got digital marketing covered, or I've got a little mobile thing going, I've got digital marketing covered. And our belief really is that it's got to be an integrated approach to digital marketing. And that is what Nayamode offers, which I think is different from a lot of other players which are exclusively or solely focused on mobile. I do think that the ability to bring the strong creative, the ability to complement with great content, the ability to tie in other technology pieces makes our offerings a lot more compelling to our customers. Power of what Tag does in this mobile context is you're now enabling people to reach their audience just about anywhere, doing almost anything. Because how often do you lug around with an open desktop browser with you, right? Not me. But with smartphones being as popular as they are today, you can catch your readers or your audience just about anywhere and get them to engage with you. What makes a campaign successful? There's a few different elements that really go into making a successful campaign. And some of these are going to sound like they're pretty basic, but I think they're worth repeating because they're almost like marketing 101, but sometimes we lose sight of them. Which is everything from know your customer, understand what it is that they want, what turns them on, and what are you trying to get them to do. The second part is really know how are you trying to reach them, because what mobile and Tag really enable you is a different way of engaging with your customer at different occasions, different scenarios, different use cases. Understand those very well, understand how your specific audience is going to take advantage of those. Know very clearly what is the call to action you want them to take. Is it just an education campaign? Is it just communication? Is it just information or infotainment? Or is it some other call to action like, hey, sign up for this, download this, transact here, et cetera, et cetera. The kind of scan rates that we've been having are actually amazing. In fact, as long ago as about a year ago, we racked up about almost 500,000 scans for the campaign that we did for Allure. Which was unprecedented in those days. And we actually fully expect this year, because we're doing that campaign again, that we're going to far outstrip that number when we do the campaign again this fall. We've been having great success with the campaign that we've done for the Compass Group. This is a promotion / contest / awareness campaign that they've been running across Microsoft cafeterias in the Puget Sound area. And it started out initially with a small pilot where they targeted 4 cafeterias or 4 locations, and now it's spread pretty much across the region. And I'm very happy to report that their redemption rates to start with were like 45%, which is like 4 times the norm for them, which is huge if you think about it. Plus, the people who are redeeming ended up sharing a bigger part of their spend with the cafeterias, as much as 15% to start with. The great news is that it did not taper off. In fact, the redemption rates have actually climbed up to about 71% as we speak, and the share of wallet, in a sense, has still gone up or stayed up. It's about 11% more than the average. What makes Microsoft Tag different or preferable, at least in our view, to some of the alternative approaches out there? There are several factors. One is, of course, the customization potential on Microsoft Tag. That by itself, we find, is a huge draw for a lot of our clients. The ability to actually differentiate what that tag is, the ability to brand it, and the ability to, within the tag itself, in a sense, send a message, that's huge compared to a bunch of black and white squiggly lines, which pretty much all look the same. I mean, if you're a consumer marketing company, brand is huge. If I can put my brand on something, I am going to take every opportunity to do it. Because think about it this way. If I can put my brand on that tag, even if my audience doesn't actually scan it and go onto my mobile page, I've had an opportunity to actually interact with them with my branding. So that by itself, I think, is massive. Some of the other elements that we're actually very excited about include, the whole location-based service piece, because that enables some of our clients to do things which are much more powerful, much richer experiences, and much more flexible in how they can deploy and use that tag. Third, of course, which should be fairly obvious, is that because the same tag can have a very dynamic backend, you don't have to keep thinking about new tags, etc. You can have the exact same tag, but keep rotating what happens on your backend mobile site or a contest or whatever it is. So it's a lot more powerful and extensible in that sense. So we're huge fans. I mean, we find it a lot preferable to the competitive offerings out there.